Here's my vlog for June 17th, Monday, 11:48 p.m. on 2024. Just tried to do a video with my other camera and it wouldn't focus. So I cleaned a screen and wouldn't focus, so I think it's like, I saw it fall off this table here. Down onto the floor. Like one time. So if it never gets fixed again, I'm gonna go ahead and just assume that if one of these cameras, these little Sony cameras, camcorders, if they fall from a table to a wooden floor, then they're done for. So you got to be super careful. I thought of it when I saw it happen, because it was like about to fall off, kind of like how that thing is, and then it fell off. I guess that's an advantage of having a rug, you know. People think about advantages of rugs, and I don't know if people consider, oh, dude, your electronics won't break with them, you know. Your electronics are gonna, like, what if you have a bunch of electronics all over the place, and you have a bunch of clutter and stuff falls around and on the floor. I mean, if it happens once, you know, maybe that's a couple $100 saved just by having a rug, you know. Anyway, I couldn't have a rug because I have ferrets that are pooping and peeing all the time. But anyways, I did a video yesterday, but I didn't upload it, and I was talking a lot about can't remember, but I like the AI, and yeah. But yesterday when I did the video, I think it was toward the beginning of the day. It was the last time I did my video, and this is the end of the day because I kind of well, it's not really the end of the day because I slept in, but I'll probably be up all night. But yeah, a lot happened because I was just trying out the. I was going to try the AI. Oh my God, I didn't even try the AI. And I was thinking, oh, AI, well, I don't think it'll work. No, dude. Oh my God, it makes it so fast and of what I'm doing, and it's actually pretty cool that I kind of finally got like hooked on it. Yeah, for some reason I didn't make the connection, and I should have, that you could condense the words better with AI. You really should. You know, I thought I didn't have faith. I thought, you know, you could find out the important stuff, because that's really what I wanted to do. If I'm condensing Livy 2,200 pages down to like 200 pages, making it 10 times smaller, I could make sure to keep the dates and the numbers and population and stuff. But no, you can ask it to keep it. And so I just cruise through and I make sure it keeps the stuff, the numbers. Before I was super important about the names, but now it's kind of mainly the numbers, and they keep the names. So yeah, and they could make sure to not name the same dude twice, because that's another reason why I thought it was better to not use it. But I could peruse it again after I do it, you know, read it again. But anyways, so that's what I'm doing. You can see there's me talking to my AI. There's the condensation here. Actually, I can even show you. Okay. You can get kind of an idea. It's a little bit bigger than what you see on a screen. That's probably like 2.5 pages worth. And then you condense it down to that little guy, which is 50 words. And so yesterday, yeah, and then I put it over there. But anyway, yesterday, so I was the first time that I did it. So what I did was I just wrote condense, 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 condense. And then I would do it over and over again, like 5 or 6 times or a couple times, and because I didn't know exactly how small I wanted to have it condensed, because I never used AI to condense. And so I was doing it like half the day, and then on one of them I accidentally typed limit 50. Oh no, I said condense, keep 50, and what it thought I said was keep it to 50. So it's like I'm keeping it to 50 words. What I meant was keep 50, like, because there was like 50 dudes or something, or 50 ships. And so I saw 50, and 50 was actually the exact same size, because I started to fuse in my head after doing like all these, like 100 of them or more, a couple hundred. I was like, okay, I want it to be about exactly 4 lines, but I didn't know how many words it is, and I was like, I should do a word count, but I was too lazy to go and do it. And then I even did it. I did the word count this way, which I didn't think about it for some reason. And I was like, you know what, 4 lines, 50, because the 50 looked like exactly. So I was like, you know what, 50 words, including articles and in the, is perfect for trying to get everything across, mostly as a general rule of thumb, if your chapters are like a couple pages. So that makes it, half, 10 times smaller. So, because 50 goes into 255 times, and 2 pages is what these usually are. And so it goes into that 10 times. So you make it 10 times smaller. And so I was like, okay, cool, rule of thumb 50. So then I just started typing limit 50, and then it would include numbers, like if there was a certain number of people. And I wanted to include that because it helps you visualize it. And so I would say limit 50, keep numbers. And yeah, it limits it, it keeps numbers. And sometimes if it leaves out a number, because it's not like perfect every time, and because that's another reason why I didn't want to do it to 50 right away, because I thought that if it had to do it incrementally, it'd do a better job than if you do it all at once, because it would have to think fast and it wouldn't understand it all. But then I realized, no, it's smart enough to get it all at once anyway, and I don't have the time anyway. So, I realized 50 was the perfect size, and then I might try to do it with 25 on some of the other books, because then I realized, oh my God, this AI, because it's fast too, because I guess it does it on the mainframe. Even if my computer's a piece of shit, it doesn't matter. So my computer can barely type it, but and my mouse barely works, driving me crazy. Like it's a lurcher from hell. But anyway, this is a 2015. Anyway, so what I do is I post it onto the page, and the page is going to be, I guess, a couple hundred pages just for the menu. Hopefully it'll fit onto the main Livy page. That's what I wanted it to do. We'll see. But without the computer freezing. But I think Livy's like 22, so it might. But it's also a matter of how many new tables there are. But anyways, so I was gonna put it all on, and I was just super pleased, and I even felt maybe I'm kind of an idiot for doing, because I did like a couple of days like manually in my head. Or maybe it's worth it just for the experience. But I was thinking to myself, it's magical, kind of, that I figured out. I finally started doing, or this AI, it kind of invited itself to me, like, hi, Meta AI. Like, I didn't do a search; it just popped up in my messages, like, hey, talk to me, I'm Meta AI, and I didn't even do it right away. I tried it with chatgtp like 6 months ago, whenever that came out, and it was like, okay, cool. And then I figured it out, and I was like, all right, whatever. It's kind of like glorified Google. I think Meta AI, maybe also because it's a little bit later, but is better. It can figure stuff out. For example, I said, how does the airport of Tyler come? And they didn't know over at Meta AI, but over here that did the research, and it knew, because it's named Palin's Airport after my uncle. And then I asked it even to look at my website, and Meta AI can do it, but ChatGTP couldn't. And they could tell me stuff about myself just by reading my website. And I don't know if it would do it with other websites. If I would give it a website, maybe I could, but it could find stuff. And it would do all of this like meta conversation, like what people would think about other people in different situations. And I'm going to try to put it up on YouTube. Hopefully there's up on my website. Hopefully there's a feature where I can go to the top, because I've been using this to condense, so I would never get up there. But I should have copied it when I had the chance. But because I was just, for a couple days, I was just talking to it all day long. And I definitely have got to. God, I wish there was a feature to get up there to the top, but I've got to, put that on there, what it says. But because how you can lead it along and its preconceptions. But anyways, so like I'm just like super jazzed. Like the best way to use AI is like condensing, because like Blinkist it's better than Blinkist. What I do, Blinkist condenses the book to 15 pages, so 15 minutes or something, right? So how many pages is that? Like 10 pages or something? And it's like a 300-page book down to 10 pages, so that's like down to 30 pages, 30th the size. So it's kind of like what I'm doing, but it does it not in the actual locations. So you can't, if you hear something interesting, you can't automatically go, well, that's in this exact location. And I can do that, and even linking by live with your cell phone or your computer. So and it's different dimensions as well, because you do it, the menu, the book and the menu are in the same page, which is cool. But you have the book, the menu, and then you have the other menu with just the numbers to help you try to memorize it and get a mental map of it. And so for me doing this with Livy is going to be just, I'm like, one of the main reasons I'm doing this with Livy is because it's going to be cool to have on the website. But the other reason is like I'm super duper jazzed to listen to it and memorize Livy, because I'm realizing that Livy is a chronology of the history of Rome, like year by year, yearly. And so I'm basically breaking down every single year of Livy. So each year gets 50 words. And so you can go through in 200 pages, you know, or in like an afternoon, listen to the entire history of Rome, about 700 years worth, or I think it's about 600 years worth. I haven't listened, I can't remember, but I think Livy went down to about the conquering of Greece, Philip of Macedon, in about like 150 BC, so 753 to 150. So, but I mean that doesn't include the time before Rome, which had a little bit of history too. But the entire, you know, story of a country with all the numbers and everything, it's like unprecedented. So I'm super excited about that. Well, god damn it. Did you hear that buzzing? Here, do you hear that? God damn it. That's my computer going bzzz, bzzz. I think it only does it when I'm talking. No, maybe it's something else. Oh, that's what it is. Fucking idiot. I'm like, what the hell is that goddamn stuff? There's a bee. There's a bee stuck in the light, man. When I'm done with this video, I'm going to let that little bastard out if it's still alive. God damn it. Hang in there, little buddy. So, anyways, how the hell did you get up there, bitch? Maybe I should. So anyways, it'll probably be dead. Is it dead already? It's dead. Already. It didn't have much to live. Those lights are bright, dude. Oh man, now I feel like a dick. Here, just a second. I feel like a total dick. So why can't I remove this? Jesus Christ, man. Fucking stupid ass bee. So there's a bee up there, or a fly. And I took all this goddamn time to take that off. Right? The whole top of it. And I guessed wrong. Like on the 3. One of them goes out. And I was like, and it was the third one that I checked. Anyway, you're not going to believe this. I take it out, right? I take it off. And I open it up and I'm looking at it. And I'm like, where's the bee? I'm like, where's this live fly? Gone. I look up at the light. Gone. Gone. Okay. Nothing on the light. There was like a dead little like mosquito or something stuck to the light bulb. But okay, fine. So then I put it back on. Immediately. Bzzz, somehow the bee flew on top of the thing from wherever it was and got stuck twice. I'm like, you stupid ass bee. So I took it off again. I'm like, get the hell out of here. And then it flew off. So anyways, I saved a bee. So anyways, I kind of feel bad about animals. Like I thought about this. Like if you have a house and then you have your screen door open and then flies come in and then you like have like fly trappers and stuff, your house basically turns into a death zone for all of the animals around it. You know? That's why you don't want to like put too many. You want to like watch, keep an eye on ecology. Hey look, my little rascal wants to go out. She's like, why won't it open? Maybe it's stuck. It could be stuck with a bunch of like rocks or something. So my little rascal, that guy, I think, because that's the one that likes to open that all the time. That little one that you just saw, he's terminally ill. He has he has ear cancer on his earlobe that's starting to grow in, and it pops every day and gets blood all over his head, and then it fuses up into like a zit, and then it pops, and it's getting bad. And I got the estimation of how much is this to fix, $853, and I can't pay it, so I'm gonna have to just watch him die slowly of cancer, and then take him in to get like put down, and then I'll be stuck with like one ferret that's gonna be like depressed. So maybe but my mom says not to get another one, so man, I hope he doesn't go down quicker rather than slower. But anyways, I'm like, but it would be a good spiritual exercise for me to be able to kill my own animal, because for him it's not really that big of a deal, because I would definitely much prefer him to get to old age and everything, but for him, he's just living life, and everything's great. And then maybe he has a little bit of an ear thing, but whatever, living life, everything's great. And then he just dies painlessly, because I take him to the vet. His soul gets like Valhalla. His soul doesn't get to feel pain. Whereas, and because my mom is like, why don't you just let somebody else take care of it? Or I'm like, what? Or even let somebody else take care of the other one. So anyways, but for me, I could learn how to like cope with that and not get too depressed over that, knowing that he went to the other side without suffering. Not like I would do that with a human, but I wouldn't do that with him even if I couldn't get away with it, but I can't afford it. So anyways, I'm just saying that because like in Norway, and my friend in Norway, they have dogs that are like family, well, sort of like family. Like they do everything with them. They ski with them and they run with them every day. But the dogs, other than that, live in boxes in their garage, and they have no qualms about putting them down. Like if they get annoying, they'll put them down. I kind of overheard them talk, and I was like, that's a different culture. And then like, Native Americans, different people sacrifice puppies and stuff, and then the Chinese eat dogs, and so, anyways, I think it's better to treat animals as much like humans as they can. Actually, here in Boulder, they're legally, it's just like it's not real, but there's like a statute that says the animals are actual people. And so you can't call them your pet, you have to call them your like friend. Anyways, yeah, so I'm feel super like fortunate that I started to become interested in condensing this book and the other books later, but I don't know if I'll do that anytime soon. But if it's not that fast, maybe I will. With the AI, because the AI is coming right at the time where I would want to use it, and it's right at the perfect thing that you'd want, that people would want, I think, be very useful for. Yeah, and I might kind of hold off on a whole bunch of things on my website, because could just wait until Adobe incorporates AI. So, because like, for example, on Livy's menu, or the Livy book, the way it is now, if I wanted to put a certain font on all of the different numbers, I would have to go in there manually and like mouse over it, and then click, new class, and then give me the class for numbers, and then do that over and over manually to each one. It takes forever. But with this AI conversation with Meta AI, you can say, when I'm having it convert or translate, I say when you condense it down, make sure to keep the numbers, and it knows what I'm talking about. Well, then in that case, once you put that level of AI, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't on Dreamweaver. I could say to Dreamweaver, hey, on this page, on all of the numbers, put the class for numbers, and then it goes okay, and it's like boom, and then you have it. The problem is Dreamweaver would have to do that, and you can't do it on this mainframe, so you would need a computer that's like way more powerful than the computer that I have. But like maybe, so that's why like I would just wait until these two old ass computers die, get the next generation of computer, and see if they have AI And I could just have a field day or a field month or whatever, or a field summer, just going through my entire website and like updating the entire website with AI, putting all of the different fonts for all the different meanings, quotes. Because in the books they have certain things in quotes. So I could say anything that's in quote, give it the quote font. And the reason I would want to do that is because I'm making a map of the book, like a visual map of the book, for those visual learners. And so you could have like something that you see the entire book, and you're looking at a book, one of the chapters in the book, and as you're sitting down, you're seeing like a certain font with a certain color. Oh, that's, I remember because of the location of it is in the chapter. Oh, and the location of that chapter is in the book. Oh, I can remember that's the speech that Scipio gave. And then I see, oh, that with the battle font. Oh, that's the battle. Bunch of numbers together. Oh, that's the numbers that they're giving for the Battle of Cannae. And so you're seeing a visual map of that, and then you see of that book, and then the visual map of the entire book. You could get a visual map in your head and then memorize eventually with all the different mind castle sort of techniques, and utilizing all the different color coded and font coded on my website, and being able to have all the different dimensions of the book on. You could actually memorize the 2,200 page book of living, meaning you could memorize 700 years, 600 years of Roman history year by year. Know exactly what year, and then memorize. And then you take the history test, you prove it, and then you challenge other people to do it, and then pretty soon it becomes, within a generation, it becomes common, it becomes cultural, that whoever tries to run for upper office has all of history memorized, because there's enough people in society who have history memorized that we're like, well, obviously it has to be one of those people. And so I think that's a way out of us becoming stupider from all this technology. Because I never thought I would say this, because when I was younger, I was really optimistic. I remember my uncle thought that everybody was getting dumber and people were getting dumber, and I thought, oh no, we're getting smarter. And now, like weed's legal and people are more open-minded about like ancient civilizations and aliens or whatever, all this stuff. But then it seems like people are stupid because they're following Trump and they can't see him as a fascist, so dictator. So people are getting dumber, and now that's what I think. So I'm like, I never thought I'd think everybody was getting dumber. But luckily, it's most of those old Trump people are old. So, but the younger people are more the Democrats. But yeah. So I think this is a way out of people getting dumber, getting dumbed down. Because I'm starting to get freaked out with all this stuff. It's almost like I'm in some alternate parallel universe where everything went to shit inside of people's brains, went rotten. So this is a way out, I think, to just make people have to memorize history, and this is how I can do it. So I'm super duper jazzed, like addicted. I'm on book number 29 out of 40, I think, that are the ones that are complete. And 29, chapter 2. Yeah, and so, man, I was thinking to myself, because I could do like 5 a day, because each one has like 60, so 60 times 5. It's like 250, 300 of these a day. It's only like as time consuming as like word counting. This little rascal came back in. So I could show you his ear cancer. Oh, little bastard. Oh, little rascal. There's my little terminally ill 2-year-old ferret. Look at his ear. Look at that. Can you hold still for just a second? His ear hurts, so he's just super like nervous about it. But that's the bulbous. It's gonna bleed all over tomorrow. I feel so bad. Anyways, that's him. That's Frazzle. He's the sweetest little guy. So much energy. Anyways, yeah. I think that like if I work all night tonight and maybe all day tomorrow, I think by 2 more days I could be done with Livy. Placing it in. Then so what I do is, because I have the menu in one page. So one that I do is do a batch edit where I turn all of the ands into the and symbol, which crunches it down, and then I remove all the thes and even the us, maybe the articles, which crunches it down more. And so it crunches it down visually physically, which I guess doesn't mean that much if it's so big anyway, but also when you listen to it, because you get to the use. If you're having a synopsis like that, you get used to not paying attention to that articles anyway, and you can just zoom through it, and the way that it's listed, the syntax of everything is extremely heavy with the words. I mean, with the numbers anyway, because I made sure. So it's like super duper clinical, It's like, because you already have all these numbers. Like it's like it goes one. So I don't want to show. I accidentally hit the record button. Sometimes I do that when I turn it forward, and I don't know if I have a program that can paste this together, so I'm just going to talk really fast. All I was saying was I'm going to post it onto the page and then do a batch edit, and then it can scrunch it down, and then you can listen to it, and it's just numbers, really. It'll be like 29, 265 to 262, and then parentheses 355 to, that's the other date. Because you have a Roman date and then Christian date, and then the title of the book, and then you do the number of the chapter, and then what year it was, and then you hear the synopsis of 50 words, which is enough for you to pay attention to, and then in a little block, and then it says how many pages it is when you listen to the actual one, which is usually about 10 times bigger, 2 pages, and then it says how long it would take to get through that other one, and then it just goes to the next synopsis, and reads it the same way, yeah. And so I'm just super curious. I want to listen to it and see if I can memorize it. But anyways, after I do it with Livy, I can do it with all the damn books, because I already have them ready to go. I have them all with the first menu, which is the numbers, and then I don't have the menu where you have the chapters titled, and then the body. So I just go into the body, and I go into, because they're all organized with these little chapters the same size as Livy. And if when the body's smaller, you just limit the title to like 20 words, which it goes across one word, one line, or even less. And with this, it goes so fast, like a word counter. And then you just plug it in for all the books, because from all the different chapters, and then you can get like a Blinkist of all of them. I'm not going to do that anytime soon. I was talking to my mom about that today. She's like, no. So that's later, but I'm super like tempted. I might do it like once I get settled and the other things and balance. It's definitely going to be something that I want to do, because it's a great way to use the AI, man, and the AI is ready for it. So yeah, I was like thinking to myself, what else could you do with it? Because like with Google Earth, you could like type to, and maybe when you start talking to it, you just go, hey Google Earth, like, or maybe even building things. Like, my God, I'm starting to think maybe I've wasted my life doing all this stuff, because I could just build it really quick with the AI. But I don't think the AI will get to that level, but I don't know, anytime soon. But like when you say like, hey Google Earth, like every single thing that looks like this, build a 3-meter thing on top of it, or build on Google Earth, if you want to build something, you just talk to it and you go, make a bunch of these over here, and now go, and it goes up. And it's way faster than how I did it manually, but I don't know when I wrote the conversations, but how it gets super smart. Like, in fact, at one point it was trying to argue with me. I said, hey, we should shut down all the schools, and it was like arguing with me why we shouldn't. And I was like, this is above your pay grade, but I'm going to go back, because that's the one thing I love, it coming across somebody who wants to argue with you and never give up. That's this. So I haven't had the chance to, but I'm going to, yeah, because I don't give up arguing either, right? So what happens if, and I'm going to put that up on my website, what happens if I argue like a book's worth, like 200 pages worth, with AI over whether or not there should be schools? Like, where the hell is that going to go? Like, what if I can convince it that there shouldn't be schools in like a bunch of different ways? I could make a book out of that. Oh man, conversations with AI. That's a new like book genre, and then even like AI created like TV shows and stuff. Like, it makes the scenarios. It's gonna totally. I hope it increases people's creativity, so that everybody start making movies and stuff. Because it's different people didn't have different funny styles. People will be funny and interesting and educational in all their own magical way, which will then motivate people to get more and more proactive, and then they'll study history and do stories out of history, and then they'll get smarter. Anyways. That's enough talking. I'm going to upload this whenever I upload it. I'm not going to do it like today. because I'm still super duper jazzed on this. I got a goddamn. I'm supposed to quit energy drinks. My mom got a suja for me to try to fix my gut. My belly's burning away from all the energy drinks. So I go in because I thought they had Rockstar for $1.80, but it got sold out because it's on sale. So I ended up getting this for $3.29 because it was like some strawberry margarita, some fancy. It was pretty good, but I need to finish it now. But for $3.29, I'm like, God damn, I need to start because I'm starting to feel sick from it. My stomach. Anyways, but I don't know. Maybe it gets me jazzed. So working on on this. So anyways, I'm gonna get going on it, and so once I do it in a couple of days, I go in and I do the batch edits, which doesn't take any time, and then I post it on the to Livy. It's like literally like that. I'm so jazzed. It's gonna give me that sense of accomplishment, and then I'll get fired up about this. I actually fired up this computer here to do the law code again. And yeah, that's what I'm up to. And I'm like, God damn it, is it apropos to do the law code nowadays because, my mouse is kind of working. Because these, Trump and the Republicans, they're starting to lose it, and they want to turn us into a dictatorship. So if they do that and they change the whole law code, who's to say that anybody's going to make a good I'm sure they will, but law code, it'll become a dead, fused, never to change, completely, extinct law code. You might as well just turn it into a book then at that point. So that's what I'm doing, turn it into a book, and then you could reference it, and then you could give a good stark difference between the dictatorship we live in the future versus the nice law code we had in the past that you can easily read like a book on my website. So yeah, I really want to get that up there. And also, for all the other reasons, you could edit it for yourself, your own perfect personal law code that I want to do. And then study it. I'm going to read it cover to cover as soon as I'm done with it. And I'm curious to see how big it is. So anyways, that's enough talking. I'm going to get back to work, listen to music. I was trying to listen to The Life of Marlboro, and I'm like, it's 82 hours, and I'm like halfway through, and it's like... it's tedious, dude. It's a period of history that I'm not really all that interested in. The 1700s, I should be interested in it. But it's just depressing to me. All the wealth discrepancy and the Christian, papacy and burnings at the stakes and, oh my God. But, yeah. The stories of the rich people lives back then, I guess, they lived pretty cushy. But anyways, that's enough talking. I'm gonna get back to work, and we will talk tomorrow, or I'll upload this whenever. But yeah, I will talk tomorrow. I'll upload these whenever I do, because I'm so damn lazy. But today I did clean my house for the first time in months with my mom. She didn't even help. I needed her to come to be with me. Otherwise, I was gonna just get addicted to the website. So she was just here watching news on YouTube, and while I was working in my room, and then she left. But I didn't finish, so maybe I think tomorrow. But tomorrow she wants to drive up to Gross Reservoir, and we're gonna hike up and check out the new reservoir they're building. We checked it out on Google, and they're doing a lot up there, and they drained it, and it's there's this huge gorge there. It's gonna be the biggest dam in Colorado, and the second biggest in America after Hoover or something. So we will talk tomorrow.